gentlemen, it is time again to go and visit our lovely friend Zur and see what he has for us. Been a little inconsistent lately, so I have to apologize. But between being sick and family matters and work schedule being incredibly inconsistent, there's just been a couple weeks where I haven't been able to throw up a video as much as I'd like to. I apologize. I do try my best to be consistent, but sometimes real life things do come up, and we must take care of this. But we are here, and we are now flying in to see the boy. See if I can open up my dim fast enough before we touch down here. Probably not. How's everybody enjoying the Arms Week event? The Arms Week events are always kind of, I don't know, the event, quote unquote, side of it is never terribly fun to me because it's usually just like, hey, here's Crucible, but go and do this thing. And anytime that I am required, I feel like anytime I'm required to play PvP, I don't wind up enjoying it for some reason, even though I absolutely love Destiny PvP, and it is the reason why I play PvP at all. Like, I genuinely don't think I would play any of the other games that I do, like Fortnite or Valorant or CS or Siege or Rogue Company, Splitgate. Like, I don't think I genuinely ever would have played any of those had it not been for running duos in D1 with an old friend of mine who taught me how to raid because I just wanted to try it out. And she was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. And trying to like win the match for us, you know, like I don't know, still have very fond memories of that. And then even in D2, the early years, I don't know why I'm yapping or getting onto that topic, but anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying the event. The new weapons are cool. I did get, did I get on this character? Yeah, I got a drop of the glaive that actually is like the role that I wanted specifically. And I'm really happy about it. I like glaives. I don't use them 24/7, but I do like them. I think they're fun. And I do like the style of the new weapons. I haven't gotten a good bow yet, but we'll work on it. We'll see. Anywho, let's see what Mr. Zur has for us, huh? First up for our hunters, we have Celestial Nighthawk. It is a specialist archetype, and health is going to be your tertiary stat with a total stat of 61. We got Renewal Grasps for hunters as well, Gunner as your archetype, health again as your tertiary, and a total of 59. Yikes. For our titans, we do have the Worm God Caress. It has a total of 60. And it is a brawler archetype. We also have Ambient Leap, which is the specialist archetype with melee once again as the tertiary. We've got 4 warlocks Transversive Steps with the Bulwark archetype with melee as your tertiary, and Balador's Wrath Weavers as Grenadier for your archetype and melee for your tertiary. As always, we do have our class items: Relativism, Stoicism, and Solipsism, and whichever class you get on will be the one that's sitting there on Zur for you. For our strange offers this week, we do have Harmonizers, as well as Golf Balls, Cores, and Glimmer. And for our gear, let's see. Ooh, okay. So first we have the Arbalest Catalyst. Arbalest is one of those guns that always sits in like the endgame PvE meta, especially for like solo content, especially for like low-mans and GMs and things like that. So definitely pick this up if you don't have it already. We have the Lord of Wolves Catalyst. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't enjoyed Lord of Wolves in a good while. And I know that, like, anytime something new comes out, everybody goes, oh, Lord of Wolves, Lord of Wolves, Lord of Wolves, it melts. I consistently pump out a lot more damage with anything other than Lord of Wolves. And the rework to the Catalyst on paper is good, but it just confuses my brain. So, I don't know. I will leave that one up to you guys. I'm not a Lord of Wolves lover, personally. But I do know that it also hovers in the endgame PvE meta. So, to each their own. And my rule of thumb is always get a Catalyst that you don't have if you can. Because not only can they rework or buff or change an exotic, they can rework and buff and change the Catalyst on its own. So if you have Lord of Wolves and you're like, oh, it's fine as it is right now, maybe the Catalyst doesn't do a ton for it. Maybe 6 months down the line, they rework the Catalyst and make it so that the Catalyst is what makes Lord of Wolves OP. And then you could have gotten the Catalyst at Zert, you know, so. For our exotic weapons, we have the Thunderlord, we have the Cold Heart, and we have Cerberus +1 with an okay Hawkmoon, honestly. Quick Draw is nice. Polymer Grip is pretty good. Small Bore is decent. Overall, I'd say that's one of the better rolls that I've seen at Xur in a while. For our legendary weapons, we have No Reprieve, a Pinpoint Slug, with Surplus and Wellspring. We also have Tac Mag and Extend Mag, as well as Extended Barrel and Fluted Barrel. This weapon, I do believe, is craftable. And it doesn't have any crazy rolls as far as I remember. I think it could get something along the lines of Triple Tap and Focus Fury. Yeah. So if you're just looking for a shotgun, a slug, and it needs to be stasis, this might be one of the only options available. I'm looking through. Okay, the Trachinus from the other Arms Week event that we did. God, that feels like forever ago. That is a precision, but it's a rapid fire precision. And that's looking like the only other, like, really reasonable stasis slug option. So if you really need specifically a stasis shotgun for damage rotations or whatever, this is not bad. I would not worry about this roll. I would pick up a few copies and craft it, use harmonizers, use whatever, and it can drop, or rather you can craft it with Triple Tap and Focus Fury. I think is Focus Fury going to be the best. There's also Surrounded. Focus Fury, Surrounded, and Harmony in that right column are probably going to be your best damage perks. All require a little bit of hoops, all require a little bit of setup, but if you need it, you need it. Up next we have the Lost Signal, another craftable weapon. This roll honestly is not terrible beyond the range masterwork there, but barring that, if you want to just grab it and go, sure. I believe mine I had with autoloading and demo. Yeah, autoloading and demolitionist is what I have on mine personally. It's a good set and forget kind of weapon, and it gives you passive increase to your grenade, and it's just generally a very solid weapon archetype. Up next we have the updated Chroma Rush with Tunnel Vision and Frenzy. We also have Accurized and Hammer Forged. I could see this being okay in PvP. I don't think it's gonna break the bank. I don't think it's gonna be a powerhouse, but if you're looking for consistency and just a dueling weapon, this might be okay for you. Oh wow, up next we have the Comedian. I haven't seen this in a long time. I would love to see this brought back, honestly, and given some like fresh updated rolls made actually usable. But this one has Steady Hands and Unrelenting. We do have assault mag as well as a pendant mag with rifle barrel and small bore and stability as the masterwork. Short and sweet, I would just pass it. I love the gun. I love the... Is this the one that was... I don't remember. There were a couple D1 shotguns that I really liked. I know I liked the Comedian a lot. And I think most people were kind of disappointed when it came to D2. But Steady Hands and Unrelenting is kind of... I'd say it's usable, but it'll be rough. Up next we have the Aramite. Ooh, actually. This is actually a solid fusion. I used it quite a bit. It is craftable, and I believe you can get Overflow over here, or Envious. You can get some sort of mag perk over here that's better than Lead from Gold. But again, if you just want to grab and go with something, you got Reservoir Burst, which is fantastic. You've got Lead from Gold, fantastic. Accelerated Coils, which is fantastic. You also have Liquid Coils. You have both of the best options. And then Hammer or Poly with Handling. This overall, I'd say, is a solid like 4 out of 5 or so. We have yesterday's question with Moving Target and Dragonfly. And I really enjoy this gun. I think that this is one of those times where you have a half PvE kit and half PvP kit on the same weapon, but it just doesn't have multiple perks to make it a double god roll, sadly. For me, I would most likely pass this one up. I think I would personally have to. If you just need a hand cannon and you love Dragonfly or something, like, sure, go for it. But I think there's a lot better options than that out there. Up next we have our Quick Fang. Energy Transfer and One for All with Swordmaster's Guard. We do have Jagged Edge. Energy Transfer is something I've wanted to mess around with on a Bolt Charge Titan build for a long time, and I just have not done so. But overall, that seems like a decent one. I think you can get Relentless Strikes, though. You can probably get a little bit of a better damage perk than One for All. But if you're using it for ad clear or chunking down a target or something like that, I think this would be an okay roll. Next we have the Sail Spy Pitch Glass, a linear fusion that I really wish was better than it was. This is another gun from the season of the Plunder. And in the same vein as the shotgun from earlier, it just didn't have fantastic rolls. I think, if I remember right, this was the season that we got the Jolt verb for the first time, and I think that this had Volt Shot on it, and I think like DPS testing and whatnot was people were using Rapid Hit and Volt Shot or something like that, and they would like pop a trash ad, reload super fast, and then go into a damage phase with like applying Jolt to the target and getting extra benefits from the artifacts and whatnot. And I think at the time it was kind of expected that it was going to be crazy, and then literally nobody ever used it ever. So yeah, Swash and Outlaw again is one of those things, like if you're running a Grandmaster and you want something that can do like high burst damage to low health targets and then, you know, spin around and chunk down a champion, it's not going to be bad, but I just think that there are better options. This weapon is craftable, so if you do want it, this roll, accelerated, fluted, Outlaw Swash, it definitely could be a lot worse, I think. But whether you buy it or not, it will definitely be up to you. And we have Faith Keeper, a rocket I was super excited for and then just did not really have anything crazy going for it. This is from Season of Echoes, I believe. This one has Impulse and Demo. We got Alloy and Implosion, Volatile and Confined, and once again a Range Masterwork for some reason. I would hard pass on this roll personally, however it is a craftable weapon, so once again if you do want it, and I recommend as always just getting all the weapons, right? Any weapon that you can get your hands on and craft and have the pattern unlocked and ready to craft, even if it's not good right now. You never know what the meta is going to do, you never know what reworks are going to come to perks, you never know what's going to happen. So if you don't have it, pick up a few copies and make your pattern, and if you do, then I would probably skip this one. And I do believe that that is all we've got for this week. I think that is an interesting username right there. But I want to say a big thank you to all of you who've come out and watched my videos, all of you who have continued to support me even though my videos have been a little bit on the inconsistent side for a while now. I appreciate all of you. I have some ideas of some more stuff that I want to do, but I think I want to make that its own video to talk about it and kind of get a vibe check from you guys. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but thank you for watching. If you're new around here, or if you keep coming back on the regular, be sure to subscribe. You're already coming back and it's free, so there's no reason not to, right? If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and tell a friend. Tell somebody who is always pestering you, hey, what does her have? Hey, what does her have? Hey, what does her have? Tell your buddy, like, hey, go watch this guy. He tells you, stop pestering me. And let me know in the comments if you saw anything that caught your eye in Zura's inventory. Anything that you're going to be picking up this week. But with all that being said, I love you all, and I will see you guys next week. Have a good week, Guardians.